Did you know that in the muddy waters of boglands, there's a fascinating fish that literally teams up with worms to survive? Watch how this unexpected friendship works. Deep in the murky waters, the weather loachfish, Miscernus angulicatus, has formed an incredible partnership with tiny annelid worms. These worms are nature's cleanup crew, constantly munching through dead plant matter and debris that would otherwise pollute the water. As they feed, they're actually creating a better home for their fish neighbors. The weather loach benefits from this cleaning service, because cleaner water means they can breathe more efficiently, taking in oxygen through their specialized cells without struggle. But this delicate partnership faces a serious threat. As human pollution seeps into these boglands, it's like throwing a wrench into this perfectly balanced system. The contaminated water makes it harder for the worms to process the detritus, leading to poor water quality. When this happens, the fish struggle to breathe, experiencing hypoxia, a dangerous lack of oxygen at the cellular level. This once-a-perfect symbiotic relationship begins to crumble, putting both species at risk. Next time you see a muddy pond, remember there's an intricate dance of survival happening beneath the surface. What other amazing partnerships might be hiding in nature's most overlooked places? Did you know that cities are literally changing how birds reproduce? Our concrete jungles are creating heat bubbles that are forcing birds to adapt or risk extinction. In protected wildlife reserves near urban areas, scientists have discovered something fascinating about small songbirds, known as passerines. These areas are experiencing significantly higher temperatures than surrounding rural landscapes, creating what scientists call urban heat islands. These artificial hot spots are forcing birds to completely rewrite their reproductive playbook. The most striking change: birds are laying their eggs much earlier in the season than their rural counterparts. As cities expand and temperatures rise, these feathered inhabitants are making remarkable adjustments. Researchers have observed that urban passerines are not only changing when they lay eggs, but also how many they produce. In some cases, birds are laying smaller clutches of eggs, but attempting to breed more frequently throughout the season. This strategic shift helps them cope with the increased heat stress and unpredictable conditions created by nearby city environments. These adaptations offer a glimpse into nature's resilience, but they also raise concerns about the long-term survival of these species. The changes we're seeing in these birds serve as early warning signs of how urbanization impacts wildlife, even in protected areas. What other ways do you think city life might be changing wildlife behavior? Share your thoughts below. Did you know that tiny pieces of plastic are secretly helping invasive rabbits take over coastal ecosystems? And it's changing how evolution works in ways we never expected. European rabbits have become unexpected rulers of coastal sand dunes, wreaking havoc on delicate ecosystems by overgrazing native plants and destabilizing soil structures. But there's an invisible factor making this invasion even worse: microplastics. These microscopic plastic particles are now everywhere in sand dune environments, from the soil to the plants that grow there. When rabbits consume plants contaminated with microplastics, these particles enter their digestive systems and accumulate in their tissues. Scientists have discovered that rabbits exposed to microplastics show changes in their behavior and reproductive patterns. They're becoming more successful at surviving in these polluted environments compared to native species. This creates a dangerous feedback loop. As more rabbits thrive, they further disturb the ecosystem, while simultaneously spreading microplastics through their droppings, and when they die, the combination is reshaping natural selection itself, favoring invasive species that can better tolerate these contaminated conditions. The most alarming part: this isn't just about rabbits. Similar patterns are being observed with other invasive mammals in coastal regions worldwide, suggesting we're witnessing evolution in real time, driven by our plastic pollution. What other ways might plastic pollution be secretly changing evolution right under our noses? Did you know that sea otters are nature's marine gardeners, protecting vast underwater forests with their appetite for spiky sea urchins? These fascinating creatures hold a secret weapon in their saliva. Watch as an otter dives gracefully along the rocky shore, searching for its prickly prey. These skilled hunters consume up to 25% of their body weight daily in sea urchins, cracking them open with rocks and feasting on the nutrient-rich insides. Their specialized saliva contains unique enzymes that break down the urchin's hard calcium carbonate shells, making digestion possible where other predators would fail. This remarkable adaptation allows otters to maintain the delicate balance of coastal ecosystems. Without these furry defenders, sea urchin populations explode, creating Corchin barrens, areas stripped bare of kelp forests. These underwater forests normally provide shelter and food for countless marine species. from tiny fish to majestic whales. Sadly, historical overhunting of sea otters triggered devastating chain reactions along coastlines. When otters disappeared, urchins multiplied unchecked, destroying kelp forests and disrupting entire marine communities. Today, protected otter populations are helping restore these vital ecosystems, one urchin at a time. Their story shows how a single species can shape entire underwater landscapes through the intricate dance of predator and prey. Ever wondered what other hidden superpowers lurk in nature's toolbox? Did you know that urban primates are changing their entire biology because humans are overfishing their food sources? These fascinating creatures are showing us how environmental changes ripple down to the molecular level. In cities around the world, primates living in urban green spaces traditionally relied on fish as a primary protein source. However, as human fishing activities intensified, these clever animals had to adapt quickly. Scientists observed these primates switching from their fish-based diet to consuming mainly plant materials, marking a dramatic shift in their nutritional intake. This change wasn't just about finding new food, it triggered a cascade of biological adaptations. The most remarkable discovery came when researchers examined their cellular activity. The reduction in protein consumption forced these primates' bodies to modify their protein folding mechanisms, the crucial process that determines how proteins function within cells. Their bodies began producing different enzymes and adapting their digestive systems to extract maximum nutrition from plant matter, showing nature's incredible ability to adapt at the molecular level. This urban primate adaptation reveals how environmental pressures can drive rapid biological changes, from behavior all the way down to cellular processes. It's a stark reminder of how human activities can force wildlife to evolve in unexpected ways. Want to know what other amazing adaptations urban wildlife is developing right now? Share your thoughts below.